The war is literally tied. 121 apiece. We've each got 7 defensive kills. Boss time. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for War 3 of Season 32. This is a fantastic, fantastic war. It has everything that I love about war. All of the lows that can come with it. Trust me, there's going to be some. And all of the tremendous highs. In fact, not only are we fighting to go 3-0, we are going up against SSX, who I'm sure you've heard me mention multiple times. A fantastic, fantastic alliance, back-to-back masters. I have a ton of friends in that alliance. Like just on this screen alone, some of this incredibly smart players, amazingly skilled, talented players: Campo, Daddy Longlegs, Toffrey, Taint, my buddy Meta. I mean, the list goes on and on. I cannot forget about Nerd, Hyena. So many of them are even on the rankings team. So to go up against them, I mean, that's just what it's all about, right? I enjoy friendly, very, very, very high level competition. And here we go. Here we're at it. We've got a lot of fights to get to. I have to tell you, some of them are a little painful. I have actually not watched them until now. I mean, I know what happens, but I haven't gone back and watched them. So we're starting off with this fight here against Hitmonkey. This map was incredibly difficult. Campo is the defensive planner for SSX BG3. Lizer is Ard. She just does it all. And they both laid out incredibly difficult maps, which meant sometimes not ideal placements. And this Global, I think it's doing a fantastic job of driving some tough matchups. So here we go. We're going to go into this fight. This is Nimrod's first war. I hate that this was his first fight. We've got this steady build at Fury, long distance relationship, healed, block, debuff. He's not going to be able to shrug that debuff. I knew that. I did this duel so many times. I duel with my 3-star against my 6-star Hitmonkey. Always aced it, but there's just something different about going into war. And man, I hate this little monkey. I hate this little monkey. I think he's angry at me for not taking him to rank 3 and taking Killmonger instead. So here we go. So my ability accuracy is going to be reduced for the debuffs that are on me. But I still should have sat there and tried to land my parries. But I felt like if I continued to do that over and over, Hitmonkey would get too passive. And here you go. This guy just doesn't want to throw his specials. He's got me on the dash back. And like, he's just tearing me up. He just is. I have to say too, I throw my special. You can't even see it because of my stupid face cam. But I just sent him red. I mean, I just was like not prepared for this. I had originally intended to have an invulnerability boost for this very scenario. I didn't put it on. I just like, I don't know. There's no explanation for this. This happens to me, not every season, but once or twice a season sometimes, where there's just no explanation for it. I did not want to get us on the board early with a death, but here we are. So there's 2 options. There's 2 options of what you can do in these scenarios. You can let it just ruin the war for you and really drive you down, or you can not. I took a very small break, but remembered my invulnerability boost, and here we go. And I'm like, no, in my duels, I was parrying. Yeah, I know my ability accuracy is a little bit reduced, but I can still land parries. Nimrod's a pretty tanky boy. If I miss them, I'm okay. Let's go ahead and try to make this monkey throw his special. He was happy to do it here. I've even got the nice power drain coming off of Nimrod, right? That's what happens when he's in one of his stances there. So that was great. Helped me get a little more confidence going, just kind of get back up on my feet here, as they say. And I've remembered my invulnerability boost. So if something goes really wrong, I know I'm fine. And I need to get over it. Like I died. It is what it is. So here we go. We're just going to continue on with that plan, landing our parries when we are in the Titan protocol, because that'll help us build our protocols to go into Eradicate should we want to do that. And then I realized the way this was just going, I've now pushed to my SP3, and I'm going to wait. I should wait until I am in my Blitz protocol, which is the orange one. Then I'm going to throw my SP3. I guess actually it didn't matter, because since I had 10, that's what I was waiting for. I knew I was waiting for something. I was waiting until I had 10 protocols. That way I'll go into the Eradicate protocol. And this SP3 should do decent damage, right? It's a bit of a bit of an execute. I think there was like 41,000 excess damage there afterwards. Not excess, but like secondary. Now, my first 3 fights of this war were actually by far my scariest. By far. The one with Hitmonkey, because normally, you know, I would want to be taking that with like Archangel or something like that. Just get that fight down quickly, because Monkey can kill you so fast. This one was probably my second most scariest, or the first, depends on how you look at it. The next one's pretty scary too. This fight was incredibly close. Now, I've got guidance boost, which means I'm going to be able to hit her even while she's stunned, and I don't need to be worried about being power drained, because it's a passive stun. Her kit specifically mentions like active stun or stun debuffs. We've got power snack. Well, we're bringing in Miguel. We're going to be fine. We've got backup recovery. No big deal, because I'm just going to refresh my wither. The whole plan for this fight was to refresh my wither, to hit into her block, because that way I'm knocking down her shield, right? I'll also be placing my ruptures by hitting into her block, knocking down her shield. 2 birds, 1 stone. Beautiful, beautiful thing. If I really need to, I can parry stun her, hit into that. It's delightful. It's delicious. It's all of the things, like the planning, top notch. But watch what happens here. So I go and I land my exhaustion. I dex, but I don't get dex. I dex again, but don't get dex, which means I can't pause my wither. If I can't pause my wither, I've got real problems. The third one, just nothing happens. The fourth one looks exactly the same to me. By the time the third one happened, I gotta be honest, I was in need of maybe a diaper. And I didn't know what to do. I saw that the fourth one had landed, but I've already lost my wither. I've already lost it. And now I can't throw my special into her because she is going to auto block it. I'm worried that it's going to take too long. Fortunately there, we were able to stun and land a heavy. So I'm like, okay, I guess I need to land heavies. I really at this moment was completely unsure what it is I should do, because the whole plan was to get wither and keep wither. And now I don't know how to do that. I'm not even sure if wither will be getting paused like it should be. I mean, 75% of my dexes didn't show up as dexes. When I showed this fight to Lizer and to DLL, they both said, did you remove dex the first 10 seconds of that fight? Like, what happened? I have no idea. I can't hit into her there because that's actually an active stun. And right now I'm just like, I cannot die again. Like, this cannot happen. I already used up 1 death. 1 death's excusable. I cannot do this to my alliance. This war is incredibly close. We're 2-0. We want to win. I don't, if I'm going to lose, I like that it's 2 friends. I also want to beat my friends more than anything else. So I'm like, I've got to figure out a plan here. I've got to figure something out. And I'm like, if I have to, I will parry stun her the rest of this war. I will parry stun her the rest of this fight. I'll do it for the next 3 minutes, but I'm not actually sure that we're going to be able to do enough damage. I mean, look at this. She's at 75% health. 2 minutes are down. We're not on a good pace. This is not going well. And I feel like dexing is starting to pause my debuffs. It's starting to work. I have no idea how to explain that. I don't know the mechanics of that on the computer server side of things, but I noticed it had worked. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit it into her block. I'm going to stick with the plan. I don't have my withers. I don't have them. There's nothing I can do about it, but I can do my best, and I'm going to do my best. So here we go. I got her shield down. I was able to land my wither. Ah, dex worked. All right, I'm feeling pretty good now. But now she's got those charges, and I've just, I was so flustered, and I went in, and now I've got power drain. I'm like, okay, you've got the wither, you've got step 1 down. You now need to figure out the rest of it. I have no idea how to explain that. I definitely feel like I was pushing back, but the computer or the server disagreed. I'm at 14% health, and she's at 47% health, and there's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. This is not looking good. And I cannot die. I cannot do this. I don't know what I need to do, but I cannot let a death happen. So I'm just going to continue to do what you're seeing right now. She has 93 in her sync shield. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to get that down in order to get my wither up, but if she blocks and plays really passive, I'm going to take advantage of it. I remembered from my previous war, if you've seen that I could punish with my heavy and I would be okay. So that's what you're seeing here. I knew the spacing was wrong there, so that's why I backed up. I cannot afford a single mistake at this point. At least in my mind, that's what I was thinking. She's playing passive enough where I'm like, if I can get my wither up, I think we can do this. I really do. So I don't punish there because I want to get this wither up. Cool. She gave me the opportunity. I should have thrown it there. Not sure why I didn't. Something must not have felt right. Now we've landed our wither. Did some nice damage. I think we got a shot. I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Just gotta clutch this out. Have to clutch this out. There we go. Didn't even mess around with landing my heavy because I figured I'd be able to do more damage with the combo. She's now at her 100%. One more, maybe one more of these. Remember, that's the passive stun, so we can land it. And we did it. We absolutely did it. I was so excited. I was so excited at that moment. That was the most stressful fight I've had in, I can't not remember. I've soloed quite a few bosses in the last 4 or 5 seasons. I've taken very difficult fights, stressful fights. That one was by far the most stressful over time, and me just thinking, I don't know if this game is working. I don't know if this server is working, but I've got to figure something out. Fortunately, the Dex pausing Wither did eventually work. If and when I take that fight again, I'll take the exact same tactic. I will hit into her block. You saw how well it works when Wither is on her, and it should work out fine. Just, you know, it is what it is, and you got to figure it out sometimes. I just was like, I cannot die again. I cannot let my alliance down. They're relying on me. This cannot happen. And there we go. So now moving on to the second most scary fight. I don't even know how we can rank these. This is Mixed Master, Aggression, Prowess, Power Focus 1, Kitty Pryde. Now, Kitty will phase when she has 3 prowesses. And so what I wanted to do was make sure that I kept her under 3. If I let her get to 3, it's okay. I don't want to swing and miss when she goes phasing, right? Because then the damage will come back to me. So I'm just going to block it. You're going to watch this happen. This fight was great. I loved this fight. So when I'm in my Titan protocol, which is the orange, hitting into her, we'll remove the prowess that she gets, replace it with a shock. So that's pretty cool. And then when I'm in the blue one, if I parry stun her, I will get an armor up or a protocol charge. The issue is that she will get a prowess from that, I believe, right? If any champion runs a parry stun. So I kind of wanted to take my time and get into Titan if I could for this particular fight. And then if I let her get to 3 prowesses, just keep it calm, right? So I'm baiting heavies. Intercept was really nice there. I sound like dreaming, sweet little intercept. Now she's gotten to the 3, and now she's up to 4 prowesses because of the node, 5. That's fine. See what I'm doing? I'm letting her get close to me, because if you've played Kitty, you know that when she's that close, she doesn't phase. It's one of the really nice things about having her and playing her. And so I was like, I'm just going to keep it calm. She can hit into my block. That's all good. And then I'm going to wait till I know she can't phase, and I'm going to punish it. And if I'm in the right protocol, which was the blitz, I'm going to remove all of those prowess from her. Now we're about to get into our, so I parry stun because I was in my Titan, which puts me in with 10 charges. I now throw my SB2. You know, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. You do have to play that well, I think, but Nimrod just handles it. Now, this is a significantly easier fight. We've got this prowess, steady, unblockable, special, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's Sauron. My buddy Meta, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome. But here we're matched up. I think that was Meta's Kitty too, in fact. Meta's a great guy. Great guy. And so here we go. We're going to go in with this. And this is just going to be a matter of basically Nimrod beats up mutants. And here it is on display. The Kitty one took some knowledge of the fight, knowledge of the node, right? Because I couldn't repeat my attacks either. I had to do medium light. This one's just more just beat up Sauron, be in the right mode, and you turn those prowess, if there are any, into shocks here. So I did duel. I have a 4-star Sauron. I made sure to get him or all the new champions in the 4-star, rank them up so I can duel them. It provides at least a little bit of comfort on their moveset, that sort of thing. His SP1, SP2, pretty tricky. I'm not sure I could do it if I had to. But, you know, I'm not going to have to. Another thing to talk about with Nimrod, and I've been talking about this, I've put out quite a few Nimrod videos. I pulled him early from the Cav crystals there, and I've been talking about how amazing he is. Don't be scared of his SP1. This is only a SIG 1 Nimrod. You throw that SP1, you're going to get that really juicy energized. Look how close we are already to our SP2. Additionally, there's an energy vulnerability debuff on Sauron. And look how hard our SP2 hits. I know it's tempting to go straight to the SP2. In many fights it works. That's great. But don't be scared of the SP1, especially against a champion like Havoc. We saw that on stream today. Now, I showed you the score, how close this was. I'm going into fight against Strands. He's got his Mangog and his Sasquatch here. Got to take these down. This war was incredibly close. So it's Miguel time. We've done these fights before. These were the easy fights. Weird to say it, this enhanced power gain, enhanced special 2, improved power gain, and the main boss, both with unstoppable armor, global, these were my comfort zone. This was like I've already had a couple glasses of wine, no big deal. I know how to do these in my sleep type fights. I put on the invulnerability because I think the way this could go wrong, this particular fight, is if you somehow lose your withers and Mangog gets to a special 2 or a special 3. That's how I feel like this is going to go wrong. It's never happened to me, but I could see how it could happen to a good player. So we're going to do that. If I parry stun, I'm going to land my exhaustion. It's just going to help with the passive power gain even more. If he goes, if he turtles, if he goes passive, we're going to hit his block. It's going to help his AI decide that it needs to defend itself. It's also going to land those ruptures. So you're seeing the nice rupture damage. Because of it, we're not being able to refresh our wither as much as I'd like, but hey, Dex decided to work. This isn't like the Penny Parker fight, so we're all good. I mean, you saw the big burst of damage. It just came off from having 17 ruptures. Rupture, I guess is the word. And so here we go. We've lost our wither, but no big deal. No reason to freak out. We're going to go and we're going to land another one. Oh, I love this fight. And I'm pretty sure our friend Mangog's going to die. If he gets to his SB2, he's going to die. We finish him off with a combo. Delicious, delightful. Now, here's the other thing with war is it's a team game. I had to get to something else. I had to get to bed. It was very late. We had decided to do a boss rush, meaning that the global would come down. And one of our guys, and I'm not going to name who it is because it's not important. He had a really tough fight. And I'm showing you this because he had a super scroll on the hazard shift node there, right? That gives that link to the boss. That is an insanely hard fight. And he got stuck there. But I'm showing you this because this is our super scroll on the same exact node. And you can see it picked up 2 kills. That's an incredibly tough fight. I don't know if I could have done it. I want to make sure that my BG mates know they're fine. They're good. We really appreciate you. But I needed to get this boss down. I was boosted. All of a sudden, Lizer DMs me as like, Legacy's on his way. It was like we put up the bat signal or something. I have no idea how to explain this. But I'm like, I really need him now. She's like, he'll have it cleared in 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, boss. So I just did a couple duels. I watched Legacy start clearing. I have no idea. They must have his phone number. He starts clearing and he just owns the map. He wasn't supposed to do it until after the global was down. But as you can see, right, he clears it. And he did it all in like less than 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, nicely done, man. Like, I have no idea how you do these things. Carl's like, Lags to the rescue. The war is literally tied. 121 apiece. We've each got 7 defensive kills. Boss time, right? Like, it does not get more exciting than this. Going up against Strands, boss time, same exact amount of kills on both sides, same amount of defender kills on both sides. I've done this fight, I don't know, 2 to 3 times now. I'm not even sure. I did go ahead and put on the recoil tree because why not? It's Miguel against a true strike node or true accuracy, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So this fight, you've seen me take it before, but if you haven't, if I can, I'm going to get to my SB3. The reason I'm going to do that is because it applies a 25-second slow, which will make it so basically you'll see I just start having fun. I saw we were way ahead on the fight times. I wasn't concerned about that, but it will turn off Sasquatch's ability to maybe go unblockable, or at least it turns off the ability accuracy of it. So I don't need to worry about the global. See, like right there, he got the armor up. He could have gone unstoppable. I also was able to land my heavy very quickly, which applies that exhaustion, which shuts off the Wrath of Tanarak counter. So we don't need to worry about that. It's like, dude, we got this in the bag now. We've thrown our SB3. We've got on our slow. So now it's just a matter of dashing back, right? Because Dex is working. And see, he's unstoppable, but he's got a slow, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just, I don't like the way visually how it's represented, but it's fine. I went for the heavy because, again, I'm having fun basically being Spider-Man. I'm bouncing around the screen, taunting this big beast of an opponent. And what should be an incredibly stressful matchup is more just like, we're good, dude. We are good. So I'm going to hit into his block when I can. I don't have the wither up, so it's not landing ruptures at the 100% like it should. But we've just got back to our rupture. You see how much damage we're doing. Spidey can hit hard. I think that's something we don't talk about enough. The guy can do plenty damage. Damage it's adequate. It is more than adequate considering all the various ways he can do damage and all the utility he's got. Another missed heavy there. I don't know, just screwing around, having fun, trying things out. I think I'm trying the Lizer tactic she taught me there, where I hit into Sassy's block twice and then immediately turtle. That does seem to have a tendency to make the eye want to throw a heavy. I don't know how to explain it, but it worked for me now in quite a few fights. And we're going to go in, and I don't think this SB2 is going to end it, but it's going to do some pretty nice damage. We're continuing to refresh our slow. I do think I lose it here if I remember correctly towards the end of the fight. I throw the SB1 for just some physical vulnerability. I don't know. I think I was just hoping something would happen. And yeah, we did lose our slow. So now I do need to pay attention to the global again. But his Wrath of Tanarak is over. And I probably screwed around a little too much. I think I was having a little too much fun beating up Strands' Sasquatch here. But I have to say, I had a really good time doing it. It was delightful, and I was provided all the incentive I needed to make sure I soloed both those fights and brought home the victory for our alliance. It felt great, and thank you for that motivation. So here we are. Lizer is saying I'm awesome. I'll take that compliment any day. And this is just how it is for Loki and BG3. Everyone's just very positive with each other, having a good time, very supportive. Like, people die, and you know, you do it based on how they're handling it. If they're up for joking around, you joke back. If not, like, give them some time, right? Let's support each other. Let's have fun. Let's have some compassion, and you know what that does is that creates results like this. We're up 143 with 9 kills to 127 with 8, and this is when I was headed to bed that evening. And then here is the final result of the war. We came away with the win. It was awesome. It was so much fun. I'm very happy that I got the opportunity after that early death, the hit monkey, to take all those tough fights and solo them. That's when war feels good. It always sucks when you have a death and then you don't get a chance to kind of redeem yourself within that war, or your alliance loses by like 1 death or something. It doesn't feel good. You got to wait all the way to the next war and all that stuff. So this felt great. This is why I love war. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And then congratulations to, or thank you, I guess, to the MVPs, Sire, Clowniest Clown, awesome job, dude, and Super Sam, great players. And then, seriously, SSX, awesome alliance. Their leader, Rob, is a fantastic guy. So many awesome planners in there. DLL, Oakley, Clown Fiesta, who is the same as Clowniest Clown. He's that good. He's got 2 accounts and at this high of a level. Those are all awesome guys too, along with everyone else I mentioned, like Campo and Toffrey and Meta. And I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting, and I apologize for that. But awesome war, guys. I'm looking forward to the next time, and I think we both know the next time we match, it's a total 50-50 shot. Either alliance could come out with the W. And thank you for watching. We're going to take a look at the Season 32 recap, Week 1 recap, and I will see you on the other side. Right, so here we are. We're 1 week into the season. 4Loki is 3-0. That is by far the most important statistic in my opinion. I think we're even ranked like number 2 in Masters, right? That's just really high. But I'm excited to be there, right? I have 17 solos. You saw the 1 death, but I'm happy with that ratio. I'm very happy with that ratio. Of course, you can always improve upon it, but I'm very contented with that, considering we're 3-0. We have 2 boss solos, both with Miguel, Spider-Man 99. I've used a total of 3 champions. Miguel is working well. I have a rank 46200, so I can see why it makes sense to send me in with him. Mole came in for that 1 fight. Nimrod 2, I love being able to use the diversity of my roster, help out my BG, and it was really fun to use Nimrod. He's just a very satisfying champion to play there. And then I have 2 defender kills, America and Angela. Those were in other wars, though. And then so there you can see, Mole Dude's taking about 8% of my fights, Nimrod's about 15.5%, and then Miguel's all the way up there with almost 77%. I am very pumped up for the rest of the season. Lizer is doing a tremendous job of setting up our defense and our offense, and our other planners too, Steve, Mike, Clowniest Clown. You guys are knocking it out of the park, and we're just having an absolute blast in 4Loki. It is a ton of fun. How is your war season going? I hope you're having even close to as much fun as I am, because that means you are enjoying the heck out of this season. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.